Ah, bien. For it is I, the one, the only, I am Hijo del Hobo el Vagabundo Dos. I'm here with another episode of the NWA, the greatest wrestling league, next to Triple A. Bien. Yep. So in this episode, we go back to good old-fashioned women's wrestling. Gazelle Shaw defends her women's TV belt. Always like that stuff. We see the Southern Gentlemen in Paris, France, wrestling jobbers. The Thrillbilly Silas Young finally gets his hands around the neck of Morton's kid. Kerry Morton. Yes. Again. And then the Carson Daily Show. CBD. Something like that. He gets his shot at Silas Young one day. The Thrillbilly. Yes. What was there? Yep, so, quick correction. It wasn't Slade, it was Mongo. No, Mongo. Mongo lost his belt. We still see the slime balls. They're amazing. Again, Aaron Stevens is there. Another amazing, fun NWA show. Again, the fact that they feature their champions so much is good. That they have the other wrestlers come on in. Again, I am fully vested in all the wrestlers and their stories in the NWA versus probably some of the more known ones in the WWE and then a little bit in AEW. So, in this episode, in the cooking show, kind of the past week, I didn't eat much. This week, it might show you the typical Saturday night meal of one Hijo del Hobo el Vagabundo Dos. And, Shirley Temples. Gotta remember that. But yes, this time I make Drunken cookies, because that was pretty quick. Show you how to make a Moscow Mule. And also a bonus section! Going old school style. Lost in Space. The opening, I think this is actually the pilot episode. When they crash land on the planet too. At least the beginning of it. So we're going to enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, share. Wait! Forgetting something. For all Hijo del Hobo el Vagabundo Dos must hear his music play. Proper wrestling episode. If the professional wrestler, which is myself, does not come out to his proper music. Couple of news and notes. I think next week's videos. Maybe fishing or boating. Depends what the weather's like. Do have some stuff to do. Probably the following week, depending on someone's work schedule, I might show you some aspects of some cultural events here in Daytona Beach. And I'll figure out stuff. So again, enjoy the videos.
Here, Gazelle Shaw defending the NWA World Women's Television title against Libya. Let's rock and roll, Deal Machine.
Here we go. All right. We can see. I mean, look, not for nothing. I'm not disparaging Gazelle Shaw here, but this could be a big champion. Libya is. Have you seen her, Tim?
I have seen her. I have watched.
We've seen her at Power. I mean, she could easily take this match.
She is the newest contracted member of the NWA roster. At just 19 years old, has a huge opportunity here at Hard Time 6. Could become champion, rolling through.
Okay. And what do you give that? I give that about a 9.5.
Yeah, and look at this again. Show of respect by Libya. For the veteran, Gazelle Shaw.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
the most controversial figures in the sport of professional wrestling today. Got a number of fans here at center stage as part of Hard Time 6. Coming on in, and what a message it would be to the entire sport of professional wrestling. Come to the NWA and put a beat down on Kratos.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if Kratos has fans or not. I don't know if he cares.
No, I guarantee he doesn't care.
I think he likes it.
He cares about one thing, and that's winning matches. And this is a guy who prides himself on the sport of human throwing, and he can throw them further than anybody I've ever seen.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, I think he thinks it's like an Olympic sport.
Yeah,
for him.
yeah.
Right?
And right now he's on the windup. He's just, I mean, that spring is getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
Yeah, he's getting more angry, but, you know, I don't think it was a bad move for, you know, Effie trying to buy a little time. Oh, okay, never mind.
Got launched by Kratos.
My king. As it was foretold, as long as the crown sits on the head of a Murdoch, professional wrestling will have a true king.
I like this guy, I do too. He talks funny. We're coming together. Love the king's voice. Here, here. Media matches for everybody. Yes.
The following match is one ball with a 20-minute time limit. And will crown the new number one contender to the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, coming to the ring, representing the Federation of Champions, and accompanied by the star maker, Eric Stevens. He is the most successful man in the NWA. He is Carson Bartholomew Drake. Tech has become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. But first, I thought you were suspended. Well, as always, you thought wrong. Shut up! First of all, as far as any suspension goes, I am happy to announce it has been appealed. And I can assure you, absolutely nothing was any fault of mine. Brian Idol did this to himself. Brian Idol did this to his own mother. And yeah, it is funny. It's funny because Brian Idol, the only thing that makes him shut up. You know what? Ask, how are you going to take on Pretty Boy Smooth? So first off, Kyle, I'm bigger than Pretty Boy Smooth. Say what if you're poor? Kyle, I know that you and everyone else here would love it if I could explain the tactician and the technician and the student of the game that I am, and I do have the best teacher in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, joined by Pastor CeeLo, he is the urban playboy. This is Pretty Boy Smooth.
Is Carson Drake think he's bigger than Pretty Boy Smooth?
He is bigger than him. I mean, he's just Jake fat.
We gotta take a quick break. We'll be right back.
You know, Eric walked out with the NWA National Championship. But you know what, Mondo? You made it about something else. You put your hands on my mother. The woman who gave birth to me. The woman who was there to cut the crust off my sandwiches when I was a little boy. The woman who stood proud as I won this very championship. You put your hands on my mother. And you know, they say looks kill. And you know what? Looks are skin people. What you did is you cut a hole in my heart, Mondo. You put your hands on the woman I love the most on this planet. And I want you to know right now, Mondo, this isn't about this belt anymore. This isn't about professional wrestling anymore. This is about a score to settle between me and you. And I'm
Chopped in the chest. Oh, no.
This is early.
Well, yeah, usually we see this a little later in the match that the hair goes up and
Usually when it gets smooth, when the hair goes up, yeah, it's the reverse. Some people it's down and it's up.
yeah.
Right, Carson?
Smooth and hot pursuit.
Whoa!
Pretty Boy Smooth.
Well, miscalculation there, my own CBD, but that's okay. Whoa! Wow! Goodness gracious.
Massive hand chopped in the chest.
He staggered. He stunned him.
Yeah, well, you line up and take one of those. I don't see how you are.
I said he's out.
Just tossed him like yesterday's garbage. He's pretty boy smooth, showing a very dominant performance early.
You know something? Come all the way over here. And these are the kind of cars these people drive. This is a bicycle with training wheels. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Always electrifying is our NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, the man at the top of the mountain. Silas Mason says that he still has that dagger in the back from the turncoat Kerry Morton. Decided to throw everything, all of their friendship, their brotherhood. Ladies and gentlemen, months and months have led to this moment here. Kerry Morton challenging for the 10 pounds of gold, and that's just been dominant during the break. Oh, and look at Ricky Morton pulling out the ankle.
Terry was pulling out everything. Even a little homage to Bob Root there.
Massive DDT on the champion. Kerry Morton unable to capitalize or briefly in there. Hesitation, cross face, lateral press, 1 count.
All right, Ricky and AT at it, but hey, I mean, you know, there's a 1 count. I mean, Silas is still the biggest man that ever lived. I mean, let's get real. That wasn't enough to pin him. Kerry knows it, but he's a little frustrated. I get it.
Well, when you want something this bad, and Terry Morton has wanted this for a long time, when you want something this bad.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. For I am the one, the only, I am Hijo del Hobo el Vagabundo dos. And I'm here to make the cookie. Cookie. No, not Ookie Cookie. I make sugar cookies. Ookie Cookie is an adult thing. So I've been holding off on doing this for a while, mainly because, I don't know, I've been kind of lazy, but some free time now, show you my ingredients. So these are my Drunken cookies, yes. So you have any kind of sugar, any kind of cookie mix you want. You need a little bit of butter. I'm going to use a Still Good. You can tell because, see the liquid bubbles, so that's a good sign. Bottle of eggnog for my booze, and because I'm going to make them sugar cookies, random sugar. So I have not done this before. So we are going to see what actually happens when you do this. Because the very tradition, I do not follow directions, is pretty good. So all you need for this, some butter, some sugar, and some water. So what I'm going to do, we're going to add things, because this is actually last. I'm going to stick this over here. There's the cookie pan, the well-used cookie pan, I might add. Actually going to, for a hair change, preheat my oven, which I rarely do, to 375 like it recommends, because I figure I'm changing up so much stuff. And the first thing I'm going to do, you set the cell phone up here a little bit, on an angle, and add in the sugar cookie mix. Ooh, the sugar cookie mix. Yeah, I got this from a student a long time ago, and honestly, I just never had the opportunity, time, nor the patience to do this. So, go through this kind of step by step. I see the part of my hand, steel pan. I'm gonna add. That's a good deal of cookie mix. I'm gonna add some cookie mix. All the cookie mix is begun. Going to add, let's see, something for, add some butter. I was using some cookie crock spread. It says to use a certain amount. I'm just going to add in a chunk of butter, a good de-chunk the butter, maybe an additional chunk. Now this is actually going to be pretty dry still. Now it says to mix it up and then just to add on cookie sheet. That doesn't necessarily look right. We're going to mix this up a little bit. Have the mixer all set. Put the mixer head down. Lock it. That is just becoming a confectionery powder. So, I'm going to take said bottle of eggnog right here. Open this up. Give it the old sniff test. Make sure everything's. I did not prematurely. Give it the kind of the sniff test. It still smells good. And I'm going to very slowly pour it. We get like a little bit of dough. That looks more than enough because I'm going to get. I'll put this back down for a second. I'm going to get spatula. Dry this off a little bit. Add it a little bit. Oops. Too hard. Too much force. All I'm going to do. Actually, that's really battery-like. Now that I'm getting a lot of the powder down. It's actually pretty good because you're only supposed to add, I think, like a tablespoon of water. So that's pretty good. So I'm just going to mix that up. So it's kind of battery looking. Unlock this. It's a lot thicker than cake batter is, so that's a good sign. I'm going to put this back. I'm going to put the... And once you use eggnog, that's kind of... And all of that stuff. Again, I might get 2 bottles of eggnog a year. One I'll have, and one I'll have at another time. So, with that being said, I'm going to sweeten this mixture up. Need a little bit extra sugary, and a little sugar packet. Something. Tighten it up a little bit as well. And nice and slow. Just going to remix that. Let the little sugar be a little extra sugary. You can tell it's kind of very battery-like. Battery-like cake batter, not the electronic kind. Let that incorporate all around. Make sure. I mean, it's pretty sticky though, which is a good sign. I'll save that just in case. I'll put that right there. It says to use a non-greased pan, which is good. All I'm really going to do, I'm going to turn this off. Now it really doesn't tell you on the instructions. Mix until dough is soft and form. Place dough into ungreased sheets. It doesn't say how to bake. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a guesstimate. I'm going to use a little spoon here. I might make a couple of them. We'll see. Oh, that's thick stuff. So I'm just going to I'm going to run a little water, I think. I'm going to use a pretty good heaping spoon full. We're just going to start to make cookies. So it is pretty sticky. I have no idea how these are going to turn out. We'll say there's the one cookie. And if this turns out to be a total flop and then just not making anything, so we'll see. You never know. Odder things have happened. I'm going to try to give them like a rounded cookie shape. I'm going to make a couple of them. It says about 2 inches apart. Ooh, I better get that stuff too. Let me get that stuff because that's scooping all over the place. Oh, good. And it's a really sticky batter, which I guess is good. Let's see. We're going to be interested in this here. Then you hear the sound of running water in the back. Cookies are spreading out a little bit. You might have to get another pan, but that's okay. It's so funny. I always like to sing the Swedish Chef song whenever I make cookies. I don't make anything, actually. That is not necessarily 2 inches, but that will do. So that's one pan. So I'm just going to go ahead and make another pan. Make another pan like this, stick it in Chez's oven, and we'll see what happens. And we'll come back in a little bit and we'll see what happens to the cookies. I'm going to make a second tray. You guys know what to do. Be back in a little bit. I'm going to make something else. I'm also going to show you how to make a Moscow Mule because this is a relatively quick cooking show. Yes. Now that our cookies are done, well, cookies are still cooking. We need to have the shirtless person here. So we're going to make our Moscow Mule, and our Moscow Mule, again, as tradition, I already put some ice in a copper mug by tradition. You need some good quality ginger beer, not ginger ale. Now I'm going to deviate a little bit from this. I'm going to put some lemon juice in things. I like my drinks a little bit on the sour side, so that of course all depends. And then of course I'm going to add in my vodka. I'm stealing this from Dr. Keller himself. I believe this is the top craft vodka that I put in here. And then, if you want to be exact, you can use a jigger. I think this is the 1.5 ounces or 2 ounces. I think that's the ounce side. You know what? I do not need those silly measuring tools. I've been doing this long enough. I just say right here into our nice, delicious frosty mug. Build this straight up. And add a good old splash. That's probably about a solid 1.5 ounces. Probably a little bit more, who knows? Make it a little bit better. If it is 1.5 ounces, this is a pretty big mug. So I think I put a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit too much in. That's okay, because we can always dilute it. Besides, it's a weeknight anyway, so shouldn't be going too bonkers. It's going to add, say, because normally it'd just be a can, going to add a touch more. I know you can't see it from there, but yeah, it kind of fills up most of that bottom part. No idea where the camera is on this angle, but trust me, there's probably more than enough liquid deliciousness there. Now, you're supposed to add about 1/6 of an ounce. I have no idea what 1/6 of an ounce is. There we go. Just enough. But always put open liquids directly in the refrigerator. Even though it's highly acidic, do not want stuff to grow in it. And that's just probably me coming from the food industry for way too long. It's going to go in somewhere. It's not going to spill, I hope. I do have to close that refrigerator though. And then, very simply, again, this is your Moscow Mule. You have your vodka again from Russia. You're going to add your ginger beer for a little kick. So it should be, so if you do 1.5 ounces, 1/6 of an ounce, it should be 4 ounces, so it's a little bit more. How many ounces? These are mini cans, and this stuff's good anyway. It's gonna fill, because I think I added a little bit too much, so I do want to dilute it a little bit. And that's going to be to your taste. That's about right. If I added 3 ounces in, you have your delicious looking Moscow Mule. So yep, there we go. See ya. I do like that kick of lemon in there. That's my own personal preference, though. I normally use lime. Right now, the directions said about 8 to 10 minutes, or things a little crusty brown. So I think that first pan, you'll see what I did here. Those are nice and crusty brown. I'm going to put those cookies on top. Those cookies are actually done as well. Turn off the oven, because that would be a good thing. But we're going to let these cool. They're not bad. Kind of doughy still. But the key is to let them cool. And they should come off the pan a little bit easier. So let them cool for a little bit. And disappear. Again, you saw how to make the Moscow Mule. And we'll see how the Drunken cookies taste with a Moscow Mule. And once they cool off. So I have cooled the cookies off. And they actually came out pretty good. Kind of thin. Remember, all the alcohol, ooh, look at that nice glaze of sugar on the bottom. Nice. So it kind of feels tight, a little squishy. Some are a little bit crunchier feeling. I know who I'm giving to my friends, what I'm going to eat. And these are cooled off. Yeah, it looks like your traditional cookie, though. Remember, it probably did, the alcohol should have evaporated off, so it is going to be a little bit flatter. My Moscow Mule, right there. Let's see here. Woo! It takes a little bit. Definitely, I'm burning on my sugar. And having the sugar intensifies the rum flavor. That's what's from, a little burn on the bottom for this one. Others not so bad. Good cookie though. Crunchy, but not hard. I guess is the best way to say it. See how this pairs delicious Moscow Mule. Excellent. Oh, wow. That's some good stuff. Again, these are my Drunken cookies and my Moscow Mule. To thank everyone for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Ignore that money on the back. I'm a poor man as always. And like my videos, share, subscribe. I'll see everyone later. Bye. Show me Robbie the Robot. Oh, weak. Danger, Will Robinson, danger.